Good morning. It's 6:52. I'm on the Blue Blaze back to the PCT and ready to hike. I have about 19.9, so pretty much 20 miles left of the PCT to the turnoff. And that's where I'm supposed to meet somewhere. She didn't make it to the campsite that we kind of talked about. I kind of figured. So I don't know exactly where she would be because there's really no water source. I mean, there was some water, but you would have had to bushwhack to get the water. But that's not something that she wouldn't do. She definitely would bushwhack for some water. I mean, I would too, but anyway, let's get this wonderful day started. Okay, I'm back on the PCT. So as I said, somewhere didn't make it to the camp, but at around 9, I think, some other hikers came, there's two sides to that coin. I really liked that there were some people there because it felt weird by myself. It was crazy windy last night. I mean, super quiet this morning. And then also I felt like there was some animal, like a mouse or something, just trying to get into my tent. But you know, Dyneema, they don't know how to do that. But so it was nice to have people around. But man, I'm telling you, I think they were through hikers. And not that it really matters. But guys, your lamp has two settings. It has the bright light and the red light. Man, and it's not like they didn't know, because one of them used the red light. Thank you, sir. Two of them used their bright lights, and not just like their lowest bright light. They're full-on bright lights. And they were so noisy. It was just wow. Okay, had to put my earplugs in. But it's just how do you hike all these miles? All these miles, thousands of miles, and you don't know that you should use your red light? It's so selfish. Anyway, that's me, complaining a little bit. I know y'all don't hear me complain much, but that's one of my biggest pet peeves, when people use their bright lights around other campers. It's like the red light is there. And I know some of you, well, some people don't have that option. Well, if you're a thru hiker, you better get yourself a headlamp with that option, because you're gonna be known as that annoying person. I just don't know how the person with the red light wouldn't be like, hello, red light, turn your red lights on, guys. And of course I could have said something, but it was 3 to 1. I was just not in the mood, and you never know, Anyway, that's me complaining about one of my biggest pet peeves, the freaking bright light in the middle of the night. So you just walk and walk, and then you're like looking to your left, and then you'll see like this, like beautiful, like wow. In Bad's words, wow. So a few of you have asked if I want to hike the CDT, Continental Divide Trail. And if and when I complete the PCT successfully, it seems as though I probably should. I had never been interested in the CDT, mainly because grizzly bears, as well as the trail is a lot more choose your own adventure. I think it's becoming more defined as each year passes, but I'm not a fan of that. I'm so structured in some aspects where I really enjoy just having a path that's predetermined. So for me, it never seemed like I was really interested. But of course, now that I've hiked the PCT, it almost seems like, what's next? I definitely want to hike the Arizona Trail. And my wonderful friend Mountain Laurel has said she would love to hike it with me. So that should be fun for y'all to watch, because we are a hoot together, for sure. But the CDT, I now have decided I would like to hike it, but I would like to have a partner. The problem with the partner thing is it's so hard to find somebody who wants to stick around the whole time, right? Or even for myself, it's hard for myself to want to stick around the entire time. So that's the big problem. I would like to hike it with a partner, and the same goes with the Florida Trail. I would love to hike the Florida Trail, but mainly with a partner. So that's kind of where my thought process is when it comes to that. And I'm standing here because, hello, I'm like, there's a view, and I'm gonna show you. Okay, so to continue the talk about finding a tramily or finding a partnership for future hikes, yeah. You know, I have realized that in order for a partnership or a tramily to last long term, there really can be just one person that's almost a decision maker, or like the person who's in charge. And it's very interesting because I can definitely tell from my previous tramilies, like for example on the AT, I generally was the decision maker in my tramily. There was at one point we were like 7 people, and it didn't work because 2 of the others had really, really strong opinions. And of course we separated because it just didn't work. Like, you can't have that many people try to be in charge. Unfortunately, it would be nice if everybody could compromise, but a lot of strong opinions or people with strong opinions don't like to compromise. And then, like in a partnership, same thing. Like, even though it's just 2 people, you would think that 2 people can have strong opinions, and then they can, but there is always that one leader. In general, when I'm in a partnership, I tend to be more the leader or the one that makes decisions. I do have to say that when I'm around somewhere, I kind of let her take the lead. I don't know what it is about her that lets me do that. You know, it's very interesting, and it's nice that I've learned that. Some people are like, well, you're always like, you just want to be the boss. Well, no, not really. I actually enjoy when I don't have to be the decision maker. And maybe that's why I do that when it's around somewhere, because I'm just like, whatever you say, dear. So, yeah, so finding a partner for the future hikes or a tramily really, really means that you'd have to have that kind of dynamic. And I find that I've seen other tramilies that are more solid, not as fluid, that last mainly because only one person makes a decision. The others are like, okay, whatever you want, you know? So, and when I was talking about how a really good tramily is a fluid tramily, that's really just for me. I didn't mean that for every single person. Some people like solid tramilies, ones that don't come and go. So, yeah. Taking a little break. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. I've hiked a total of 4 miles. That is not that good. Okay, so I decided I'm actually gonna do some hiking now. Meaning I can't stop for huckleberries anymore. Can't stop to take just a leisurely break. Yeah. This is Lake Sally Ann. Sally Ann. Okay, so it's just about 12 p.m. and I hit 12 miles. Pretty cool, 12 by 12, which is really good because I was only at 4 at 9 a.m. Okay, well, I thought I smelled some fire. So there is a little bit right there. Yep. So that is where I am going to go. Instead of up to the PCT, I'm gonna go down. And apparently this is gonna be a 3,000 foot descent over 3.5 miles, which is extremely steep, which means I have to be extremely careful with my knee. But there should be a water source just between here and that spot, and I'm probably gonna, if there's a good spot to sit, I'll probably eat there and maybe wait there. If not, I'm gonna get water and then go to that spot. It's like really exposed, so maybe not the best place to wait, but we'll see. It's a nice water source, but I'm not loving the options for sitting. I am loving that this is a little nook that protects you from the wind. Oh, look, there's a perfect little spot. A perfect little spot protected to sit. Just sitting here eating my cold soaked ramen and making some hot water for some coffee. Probably a mocha though, because I don't have creamer. And you know how, and you all know how I feel about coffee without creamer. I'm moving on. I was supposed to meet somewhere at this intersection, but I hadn't heard from her all day. And then she told me she isn't gonna get here until 5:36, and it's like 3:30. So I'm just gonna head down there. It's gonna be pretty steep downhill, so I'm gonna take my time anyway. Yeah, just gonna head down this by myself. River Crossin. Well, this is scary. We're missing a railing. Okay, think I got my spot. Got a Garmin message from somewhere that she's gonna meet me here. We shall see if she will. I could go on, but I don't know how many miles this would mean for her. So it was 25 for me, depending on where she camped the night before. It probably is a high mileage day for her, so I'm gonna be here and see if she'll get here.